This video explains the functions of the BC23.16 STS. The bike computer has a large, easy-to-read display and is operated using 5 buttons. The menu button is above the display. The ALTI button is at the bottom left. The heart rate button is in the middle at the bottom. The bike button is at the bottom right. And the lap button is directly below the display. Use the ALTI button to navigate forwards through the computer's altitude functions, the heart rate button to navigate through the heart rate functions, and the bike button to navigate through the bike functions. Press the lap button to start recording a new lap. Press and hold the lap button to open the lap menu. Further information on the lap function is provided later on in the video. Use the menu button to navigate backwards in the selected function menu. Press and hold the button to open the settings menu. For instructions on how to configure the settings on your BC23.16, please watch our settings video. In standby mode, the bike computer displays the name BC23.16 STS and the current time. When you set off on your bike, the computer is automatically activated. The current speed is permanently shown in large digits in the middle of the 3-line display. Your current heart rate is indicated in the top left corner of the display, with your current altitude directly below this. If you have disabled the heart rate function in the settings, the time will appear instead. Your current cadence is shown in the top right corner with the current incline or downward slope directly below this as a percentage. You can also disable the cadence function in the settings. If this is done, the current temperature appears instead. By pressing the heart rate and menu buttons at the same time, the computer displays the heart rate, cadence, altitude, and incline in larger format. The arrows point up or down to indicate whether your current speed is above or below your average speed. You can use the BC23.16 with 2 different bikes and set the wheel circumference for each of these. The computer automatically detects which bike it is attached to and shows this to you by means of a number on the left edge of the display. Use the ALTI, heart rate, and bike buttons to select which value should appear in the bottom display section. Press the ALTI button to choose from the following altitude functions. Your graphical altitude profile for the last 2.75 kilometers, the current altitude, the actual gradient as a percentage, the altitude uphill, the trip distance uphill, the altitude downhill, the trip distance downhill, and the maximum altitude. Press the heart rate button to scroll through the heart rate functions. From left to right, these are your graphical heart rate profile for the last 3 to 5 kilometers, your current heart rate, your average heart rate, your maximum heart rate, the target zone graph and your personal maximum heart rate as a percentage, the intensity zone graph, which is divided into 4 zones, and your trip calorie burn. Use the bike button to scroll from left to right through the following bike functions. Trip distance, ride time, average speed, maximum speed, clock, ambient temperature, current cadence, average cadence, maximum cadence, your current power converted into watts, your average power in watts, and the ghost race function, which enables you to ride in a virtual race. To use this function, use the Data Center or Sigma Link app to select a data record from your stored logging data, which can then be used as a virtual competitor for a ghost race. The time and distance difference between you and the ghost will be shown on the display, as well as who is currently in the lead. Press the lap button to store statistics for up to 50 laps per ride. The first lap automatically starts recording when you set off. Each time you press the lap button, the bike computer starts to record the next lap. On starting a new lap, a summary of the last lap is displayed. The lap view then automatically switches back to the function view. By pressing and holding the lap button, You can open the lap view mode, in which you can scroll through the detailed lap statistics using the bike and ALTI buttons. Press the lap button to toggle between the stored laps. To activate the BC 23.16's display light, simultaneously press the menu and the ALTI buttons. The light bulb icon on the left of the display indicates that the light is active. The next time you push any button, the light comes on. Press the same button again to display the desired function. To disable the display light, simply press the menu and ALTI buttons again. Further information and videos about our products can be found on our website, www.sigmasport.com, and our YouTube channel.